Hey guys, it's Bubbly and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, hi, welcome. I'm Bubbly. So glad you stopped in. So today's build is a starter home. It's a simple starter home and I am so excited because it is my first starter that I've ever successfully completed. Yes, my first successful completion of a starter home. I have talked about this before in another video where I have attempted to do a starter several times and I have failed miserably several times. I always blow the budget. I always start out with the best of intentions and then, about a quarter of the way through the builds, I'm already knowing like, oh my goodness, I've done it again. I've gone over the top too much. And by this point, it's too late for me to back out because I'm already liking what I'm doing. And so game plan changes and it just becomes something different other than a starter. So I was determined, you guys. I was determined to get a starter in under my belt. And I think I successfully got it done this time. But you guys let me know. Comment down below and let me know if you think this was a good job on a starter or if I still need to try again. So I will say for this particular build, it is not a starter necessarily for a single sim unless your sim has already maybe was living at home with mom and dad and recently aged up to a young adult but spent some time at home with mom and dad to save up some money so they could move out on their own. Then yes, this build would be perfect for that type of sim. But I designed it or built this house specifically with a family in mind. So it was for a family of 4 with 2 kids. So if you starting out fresh with a brand new game and you create a family that already has 2 children ready to go, this house will be perfect for you. You should be able to afford it with no problems. But your Sims will need to get some jobs and start making the cashola pretty quick because they will not have a lot of funds to pay bills and that sort of thing once they purchase this home. So I built this home in Willow Creek and it is on the Rindle Rose lot. It's on one of the smallest lots. It's a 20 by 15. So that helps to save some simoleons by putting it on a smaller lot. And I did give this house lot traits of homey, penny pixies, and on the ley line. So I wanted it to be homey, of course, because it's a little starter home for a brand new family. So I wanted them to have that homey feel. The penny pixels or penny pixies, I gave that to give Sims a little bit of help with getting a little bit of extra simoleons in their pocket. So if they're looking to upgrade and move on from a starter to something a bit more grand, then those penny pixies will help them out to get to that next level. Now for the last trait, you guys, I was being a little cheeky here with the on the ley line. So if your Sims move into this house, they will have a greater chance of having multiples if they get pregnant. So you might end up with twins, and I did that specifically so the Sims that move into this house may have a little twist of fate that will force them to really have to grind to get out of this little starter home and move into something bigger. So maybe your Sims are not as ambitious and they get a little bit too comfortable living in a starter home when they really had aspirations for something more. So my idea was by giving them this little on the ley line twist to their home that it might light a fire under their little bums so they can work a little bit harder to get their family to the next level, especially if they already have 2 kids and they got 2 more on the way they weren't expecting. So I might add a little bit of a drama twist to your gameplay. Who doesn't like a little bit of drama? I know personally I love the drama, especially if I'm watching LPs. My jam is drama. I love it. I love some juicy drama. One of my favorites YouTubers that provides a ton of drama is X Urban Sims. Yes, every time she uploads one of her LPs, I am so living for it because they're just chock full of all kind of drama, twists, and turns that has me at the edge of my seat every episode. So you guys, if you're not already checking her out, go check her out because she has some really great content. So getting back to this build, I did have a bit of back and forth with what I was wanting to put in the build as far as wallpapers and little extra decoration items and that sort of thing. And that's where I always kind of get lost when it comes to building a starter, because I love to put in the extra deco items to make the build feel more homey, more lived in, a little bit more realistic. So I usually end up going overboard and kind of blowing the budget at this point. So I was really focused on not having that happen this time. So I went through and I initially put in wallpapers in the bedrooms and in the master bathroom and the living room, that once I got to the screenshots, I wasn't feeling it anymore. So I did go back and change those, but that happened off camera. As I was doing the screenshots, I just went through and made a few changes. I also did change the first bedroom that you come to on the in the kids room. I changed not the layout, but just one of the wall placements. I moved it, adjusted it a bit to give a little bit of a cubby cutout area by the window. But other than that, it was just the wallpapers that I changed out because I wanted it to feel warm. The colors that I originally picked, I felt were a bit too drab and not vibrant enough, and I like homes to have a bit more color. I don't want them to be kind of, I don't know, it was looking kind of gray and just not very inviting. And I used to build with neutrals only, but recently I've really gotten into colors. So I've been trying to incorporate those more in my builds and, taking more risks and thinking outside of the box and pushing myself outside of my comfort zone when it comes to using colors, and I've been loving it. The last build that I did was the Cupcake and Flower Shop, and that just has a color explosion everywhere. I loved it. I think it's beautiful. If you guys haven't seen it already, I'll have that linked at the end if you want to check it out. It is a super cute shop and I just love it. It's like my favorite build right now. But anyway, those were the few changes that I did make. I did manage to get in an easel to help your Sims earn some extra money by painting. And then there are 2 planters that are on the side of the house that your Sims can also use to help supplement their income or just use as a hobby for relaxation. Maybe they're interested in getting into the gardening career, or maybe they want to start flower arranging. So that would be a great place to start learning those skills. So once they progress to being able to get a greenhouse or a bigger home where they can build their own greenhouse and start working on those things, then they will already have some skills under their belt for that. So on the outside of the house, I did originally build like a deck on the front of the house, but I wasn't liking how it was looking. So I did go back and change that towards the end, and I think it came out really nice. I was really happy with how it ended up. I removed the deck, pushed the stairs back to the door, and then made it a cute warm blue color with the I love these windows and doors that came with the Seasons game pack or expansion pack. I think they're amazing. They are my absolute favorite right now, and I'm really trying not to overuse the items that I love, but it does get difficult. Once I find something that I adore, then I tend to just want to use it over and over again. But I am trying to not do that and just, explore and find other things that work well together. But right now, you guys, Seasons has just been mind-blowing for me. It has changed my whole feeling about The Sims 4. I mean, I have definitely progressed into becoming more of a builder with The Sims than actually gameplay. I'm really enjoying that right now, and that was mainly because I was getting really bored with the gameplay that was offered with the packs that we already had. It wasn't that I wasn't liking it, it was just feeling a bit repetitive, and I was looking for more and more mods to help supplement my game, and I don't necessarily want to overload my system with a ton of mods because I do like to use mods for Create a Sim, but not necessarily a ton of game-changing mods, if that makes any sense. So I was really happy when Seasons came out because it has definitely changed the feel of the game, and it has given me a renewed passion for gameplay with The Sims. Like, I cannot wait, and it's been a war struggling between gameplay and building. So you guys, I hope you really like this build. If you enjoyed it, give me a thumbs up, and if you want to stay up to date with what I'm up to, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Tumblr. All of those will be linked down below. So if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button and click the notification bell so you can be the first to know when I drop new content. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.
I recall the past again tonight. It's in the front of my mind. As I fall apart, you begin to cry. The tears are making you blind. The future's far away, but I'll stay, I'll stay. Just take a leap of faith, we'll find a way for you and me. Can't look back and run from what I feel inside. There's no more time to hide, because I feel again, I feel again. Oh.